Yes, we again coming back to the game tomorrow. It should be us. What we are trying to do as a team. So we are all focused on our camp as to what we need to do to win that game. It's an important game leading up to the World Cup. Every game we play from here on now will be important for us. We are not trying to think too far ahead, but at the same time we have to keep in the mind the big tournament coming up. So yes, we are trying to do everything possibly we can, and the game we had the other night was a perfect example, and we want to play games like this, every now and then. Yeah, I can say so. It was not the easiest, and I said that in the post-match presentation as well. That it was little unusual to see that kind of wicket. But we have to play our best cricket on whatever surface we have to. So I think, I would probably rate that innings much higher because of the odds. All the odds were against us. It was not an easy wicket. We lost wickets at the regular intervals, and it was important for me to bat as long as possible. Being one of the top order batsmen, it's a responsibility, and that's something we've always spoken about. We want to, one of the top 3 or 4 batters needs to bat as long as possible, and I'm glad that I could do that and get the team to a decent target. And from there, after that, it was up to the bowlers, and they didn't disappoint us. They really bowled well, and put Bangladesh team on pressure from the first over itself. It plays a huge part. I think if any individual knows that he has a backing of his captain and the management, that's the time I think he opens out and he tries to express himself and gets that performance outside. So I think for any individual, it's always important to get that backing from the team management. And I think for us also, we've been playing with the same squad for a while now. Just maybe 1 or 2 changes. That shows, that we've got a solid team who at any given point, are ready to take up the challenge. And unless there is an injury problem, we've not changed any of our, playing 11. So that's a good sign for any team, and we are actually very proud of that. The last 6 or 7 T20 international we've almost played with the same squad. So that shows also the consistency of this team, that they're willing to take up the challenge and perform at every given point. So it's a good sign going into the World Cup. And as I said earlier, we are not trying to think too far ahead. Asia Cup is very important tournament for us. The first game we played against Bangladesh was a good one. We've got 3 games to follow, and plus the finals after that. So we're trying to focus on Pakistan tomorrow, and we would like to take each game at a time. So I think that's the whole idea. And like you mentioned about, like you've been asking about me, the team selection policy about giving an individual a run. It's very important. Like I said, it's very important that an individual gets a go for a long period of time to perform and express himself on the field. I don't think it's a matter of concern, because we still ended up scoring 165 plus in the last game. Games like this will happen where you will lose a couple of wickets early on. But again, as I said, we've got a solid team who at any given point are willing to take up the challenge. Last game was the middle order. A lot of the scoring in the previous 2 tournaments was done by the top order batsmen. Yesterday there was chance for the middle order to come and show what they've got, and they, particularly in Hardik Pandya, he came and smashed it around and got that momentum for us, which was very important, I think, in team's perspective. I think so. Yeah, I mean, as a batsman, you just need to be obviously concentrate a lot on your basics while especially playing on such kind of wicket, because you need your technique to be sound, and you need to assess the condition as soon as possible. So I think yesterday, knowing that we're going to play on similar kind of wickets going forward, so I'm sure all the batters are up for it, and they will prepare accordingly in the nets today. So I'm sure I don't see any problems or a matter of concern.